let's take a look at this commentary first.
Good evening, everybody.
Right out of the gate, this looks a little bit odd because he's pulling on his jacket, he's goofing around with his buttons, he's slapping his chest, doing all kinds of things. He looks almost like a baseball coach giving signs out to the pitcher or the catcher or whoever it is. Now, why would he be doing this? When we're nervous, when we're stressed, we use things called adapters, and he's adapting. He's trying to get rid of that built-up stress and tension. On that first walk-in, you can see his cheeks are all blown up and he's blowing air out. That's one of the best ways to do it, and it's one of the most popular and famous ways of doing it.
Okay. Now, here is this point that you should notice about Prince Harry, and that is that he was trying to, as Scott Strauss, he said, he's, by the way, an expert. I'm talking about this guy. He's an expert in body language. Harry didn't do it just once or twice, like adaptation of the situation, of the environment that he was in. He was doing it over and over again. Means he was kind of like, when you restart your computer, like he was doing that over and over again. What is so bizarre about this is that normally when you start talking, you get used to the environment, and slowly but surely you calm down, your nerve gets very relaxed, and then you act or behave very, very normal, not stressed out. But as Harry is talking more and more, he is demonstrating those kind of nervousness even more and more. Same thing, believe it or not, was also happening for Meghan Markle. And I will talk about that in a second, but let's see what this body language expert, what else he is saying.
Let's go. You've done it 1,000 times. You've seen it 4 million times. And that's what he's doing to get rid of that built-up stress and tension. That's an adapter. Now let's take a look at Meghan. When she puts her hand on his back, that's one of those little dominance moves you see. When somebody
for Meghan Markle, it is all fake. All the time it is fake. She was faking her confidence. And you can clearly see it from her body language when you see her ticking her eyes over and over again. And Scott, he will talk more about Meghan Markle, how she was ticking her eyes, how she was blinking, how rapidly she was doing that. But Meghan Markle was trying to come across as the alpha female, alpha male, whatever, in the room. And she was trying to give this impression, the impression that she is in control and that she has Harry under her, lead, if you want to call it a lead, by touching Harry's back. And then eventually she also gave off the vibe of nervousness herself. Take a listen.
Pats you on the shoulder or they pat you on the back, they're being the dominant person in that situation. That's what she's doing here. Then she looks over to her left and she licks her lips. She's adapting as well. She's nervous. When you first come out for something like this, you've got that nervous tension backstage. Then when you come on stage, there's a whole different type of nervousness that happens. There's a whole lot of it right there in front of you because somebody's got to talk first. She knows it's going to be Harry. And when he starts talking, he's trying to get it together. He's trying to show he's going to give you this wonderful speech.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for being here tonight.
And if you take a look at Harry's body language, I want to go back to Harry again. You can clearly see he was what he was doing with his hand. What was he doing? Like what are you doing, dude? He was clearly showing his nervousness. This is not something you want to do in front of people. Yes, we all get nervous. Some people get more nervous. Some other people don't get that much nervous. But you don't show your nervousness. You try your best to hide it. Here, Harry is not even hiding it. What is the reason? Is it because Meghan Markle is standing right behind him and he's feeling that nervousness? Possible. Because this guy, he wants to prove himself to be the best in the world for Meghan Markle, as he devoted and dedicated his entire life for that particular woman. So when she's standing right behind you, even though you have lived with her for now how many years, 6, 7, 8 years, you still want to impress her. And this is what looks like to me got Harry get even more nervous. Without realizing that Meghan was at the same time very, very nervous. And another thing that I did not like about Meghan touching Harry's back when he came on stage is that she already took the lead. Okay, this is the moment you can see she was touching Harry's back. She gave Harry this or sent this message to Harry that, hey, I am in the leading role and I'm going to be and I'm already very, very comfortable standing here. You're the one who is not, looks like, so let me pat you. Okay, let me pet you. Like it's like a mother patting her kid, telling them, hey, it's okay, don't worry. But that was really not the case. Again, as I said, Meghan was faking it. She nevertheless wanted to be the dominant one, wanted to be the one who was telling Harry that you are nervous, I understand, but take it easy. But at the same time, who was actually nervous? It was Meghan Markle. Of course, Harry was nervous there too. I want to play this video a little bit more.
The project Healthy Minds, our partners at Archwell Foundation, and the true leaders in mental health access. Tonight, we're all here together.
He's still goofing around with that button at the bottom of his coat. That's okay, because he does it before he does a lot of speeches. I've seen him do it several times. It's just adapting. He's just getting ready. But it's like he keeps getting ready. Even as he's giving the speech, even after he started, he's still goofing with his coat. You can see him rubbing his hands and squeezing his hands. He goofs around with his coat again. Then we see lip compression. This is a lot of stress for this guy. And he's also trying.
This is, of course, this is a lot of stress from this guy. Again, it is very, very strange. It is anything but normal. When you go to give a speech, you don't really do that openly, explicitly for the public to see. This is unbelievable.
Then we see lip compression. This is a lot of stress for this guy. And he's also trying to get a handle on reading that teleprompter. When you first walk up, you've got to get used to how far away it is and make sure you can read it. And that's what he's doing. But in this situation, he looks a little more stressed than he usually looks before he gives a speech or a talk. Meghan is stressed as well. She's squeezing her hands and she's got this eye blink tick that's going on. And we're going to see that thing ramp up. And what am I talking about? It's a tick. She's got something going on with her eyes that she's developed over the last year and a half. And it's this thing where she blinks really, really, really fast. And sometimes she'll just close her eyes. And that little shutter speed as she closes her eyes is just too slow. She blinks, opens and closes them real slow.
Okay.
It's really weird.
So let's actually see what Meghan is doing there. If I can actually zoom in there for Meghan Markle. No, I cannot. But I think in this video you will see how Meghan, she's tried to control the blinking of her eyes. Take a listen.
But people do that when there's a high stress level going on. I think that's what she's experiencing, and we're going to see it get worse. But remember, we're seeing these because she's trying to calm down. She's trying to be cool. She's trying to keep herself under control.
To focus on what remains one of the most pressing issues of our time. Let me share a number with you. 4,000. That's how many families the Social Media Victims Law Center is currently representing.
He's goofing with his coat again, and he's showing us lip compression. This is all high stress. Now, usually, when I've seen him give speeches and talks before, his stress level drops as he starts talking. I think this might be a situation where he hasn't read this speech before this, and he's kind of going for it, and that's why the stress is so high. But let's pay attention to his body language when it comes to Meghan. Is he looking at her? Is he not looking at her? When is he looking at her? What's happening? Does he try to connect with her? Is there something going on outside of this speech that's affecting his behavior? Meghan's doing pretty good. She's got that one mouth grooming gesture, then that one step and sway back and forth a little bit. And she's trying to keep that tick under control. How do we know that? Watch how slowly she blinks. And the shutter speed on her blinks are really slow. She keeps her eyes closed too long.
Yep.
So
this is, again, for Meghan Markle, a conscious move. The way she was swinging back and forth, the way she was moving, her body language, she was very, very aware that she has to hide her nervousness. But she did get caught, because we know everything about you when we look at other side of your body movement. It is not necessarily just one thing that will tell us how you feel. For example, Meghan was holding her hand and she was standing there. Her posture was great. Everything was great. So she thought maybe this will be enough for people to be convinced that she was feeling very, very comfortable. But at the same time, she was giving off this other clues, other signs through her body language. For example, the ticking of her eye blinks, getting them under control, doing them a little bit slowly, was enough for us to decipher from her overall body language that she was not really that comfortable. She was at the same time very, very nervous.
So she's got the thought of that tick happening, and she's trying to control it. And when I'm talking about her tick, if you still don't know what I'm talking about, watch this.
To be so
That's so kind. I'm better than okay. My practice is trying to really, and it was so energizing. Really great. Do that and do that with such passion. I think it was just the most. You go have a fun dinner, and actually you might hit them even
through everything you've done, or to launch a business.
And I cannot believe. And I went up, and it always stayed with me. I got the idea of
is like,
oh my God.
you know, so I was just like,
Yeah, and how it break. There was this quote that I had up in my, and
So
But it's become-
for Meghan Markle, even giving a interview to just one individual is very, very stressful. Regardless how much she tries to hide them, is still very, very stressful. I mean, this interview with Jamie Colonel Lima should be just a friendly conversation, one-on-one. But Meghan was stressed, as you could see from her eye ticks and how rapidly she was really blinking. You don't do that. You do that when you are nervous. You are trying to restart and trying to put yourself together in order to give the best impression of yourself. And of course, Meghan was not feeling comfortable whatsoever.
I'm so ingrained in everything. Yeah. I appreciate what hard work looks like.
it's so funny. And, you know, in the past, 15
Home, and Mike having it at home. Yeah.
Meghan, I
look like a. Yeah.
no, but it's like, it's in you. I was going to ask you that actually, because, but also
6 years old. Even when I had my first apartment and could change someone's, brings me a lot of joy. That's complete joy.
4,000 cases at just one firm. And that number represents only those parents who have been able to link their child's circumstance to social media use.
Another thing that you'll notice is Harry's body language, the way he's standing, a little bit slouching and bending forward here. His back is not up straight as Meghan's is right now. So overall, what we understand from this is that Meghan is self-aware that she is nervous, she will be getting nervous, and so she's taking all the precaution, all the steps, all the measures in order to avoid coming across as very, very nervous. On the other hand, you have Prince Harry. He's so stupid, he's not prepared, he doesn't know what he's talking about, and these are all being shown through his body language. So he's not prepared. And Meghan, before they came to this interview, this award function in New York, I said there was a big fight going on in Montage show, and that was about Meghan Markle putting her feet up in London, in Paris, when they crossed over the bridge where Princess Diana went through, and that night she passed away because of the accident. So she was putting her feet up in that particular moment, which drawed a lot of backlash online, and also from Prince William himself. He criticized, according to some reports, he was furious. How could Meghan disrespect the memory of Princess Diana? And then we also have come to know, and this was my understanding, that Prince Harry also noticed that Meghan was disrespecting Princess Diana, and so they had a fight. And so he was not prepared. He did not know how to prepare. He did not have the time, perhaps, to prepare himself. But Meghan, because she is so self-aware, she did come across, or tried her best to come across, as someone who was in control of the situation, even though we know that she was also very, very nervous.
To have learned legal action is possible.
So again,
you have the capacity to pursue it while grieving.
Again, from Harry's body language, you can clearly see it's very, very visible that he was not feeling comfortable with the situation, especially having Meghan Markle behind him didn't help his situation whatsoever. Something is going on between them. Something is going on with Harry's life, and to me, it looks like he's anything but a normal individual who can make his own decision. And this is why perhaps we have seen what he had done to his family. Unbelievable.